Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Quite an exciting one today, and one that I've not actually done before on my channel. I don't think I have, but you would have seen by the title today I am doing a dupes video. So I've scoured the shops and I found some amazing dupes for the White Company, Neptune home. There's quite a few designer brands there and more, and I have found some amazing dupes. Some which honestly are no different. I couldn't believe how there is literally no difference at all. So if you don't already have your drink of choice, go and grab one. I've got my very Christmassy mug and I've got a cup of tea today, which is, I don't know, I've got cold hands today. I feel I've been quite cold just recently and I'm never normally cold. So this is keeping my hands warm as well. Right, below I do have a list, so I'm going to be reading off this. I've just spent about the last hour lining everything up, so it's all in order and I've written down everything. Now, a lot of the expensive ones I haven't purchased. I will be putting a picture up on the screen for you, but I do have the dupe alternative. So let's get into a bit of a good one to start with. I've got a Zara dupe here. Now on their website, they've got some burgundy flocked baubles, which are $5.99 each. I'll insert a picture. I found a pack of 9, which are virtually identical, for $4.99. They are just this really lovely burgundy flocked bauble, and honestly there is virtually no difference. I think the bit where you would feed in your ribbon or whatever is very slightly different, but $4.99 for 9 as opposed to $5.99 for 1. So I think that's starting off strong with a really good dupe there. My main aim for this video was just to kind of share what is out there. You really do not need to be spending money in high value shops when you can find the exact same product or very, very similar in a cheaper shop. So starting off strong with the burgundy baubles, we're going to keep with Zara Home. Now on their website, they have got some glittery pine cones, which are $11.99 each. I have actually bought a dupe, but I'm also going to pop up on screen after I've shown you the dupe, another one from the exact same store, which is probably more similar to the Zara dupe. So $11.99 for 1. I found this dupe in Sostrene Grene for £1.33. It's a glass bauble. It doesn't actually have the glitter on this one, but still equally as nice. And it's also got a little crocodile clip for hanging on a garland or your Christmas tree. So we like that one. And Sostrene Grene also do a glittery bauble, which is very close to the Zara one. I will pop that up on screen so you can have a look. And that one, the glittery one from Sostrene Grene, is £2.48. So £2.48, £1.33 against $11.99. Amazing. Okay, let's go on to our first White Company dupe. They have a set of wire string lights on their website for £22. Now, when I saw them on their website, I thought there has got to be loads of places that sell these, and I did actually find quite a few places. So the one I'm going to show you is probably the one that is closest in look. And that is these from Flying Tiger for £4. It's a pack of 2.2 meters, 20 LED lights. And honestly, there is no difference to the White Company ones. apart from the price, £4 as opposed to 22. Now I did also find these lights in Poundland. I wouldn't say they were as good a dupe as these, but still absolutely amazing. £1 as opposed to £4 as opposed to 22. It really just does depend on your budget. But yeah, these are so close to the White Company ones. I just can't believe that anyone would pay £22. But so that's those. We've got another White Company dupe now. Now on their website, they do some glittery stars, hearts, things like that. They've got some that come in a pack of 12 for £15, and they are slightly on the smaller side. I will insert a picture. And then they also sell individual ones, which I think were £6, I think. I found a couple of different ones. Now, to kind of dupe the small tree ones, which are a pack of 12 for 15, I found these in Poundland for only £1. Now these are so similar to the ones on White Company. It's ridiculous. And obviously you could swap out the string if you wanted it to look a little bit more expensive, but £1 for 2 as opposed to £15 for 12, I think is an absolute steal. Now, looking at the slightly larger ones, the main one that I found, I'd say, is closest to the White Company dupe. This was actually from Tesco's, and it is slightly bigger. And these were £1 for one, and White Company is, I think, £6 for one. And honestly, there is no difference. Amazing. So we've got our stars. I couldn't find any dupes of the glittery hearts, but I wouldn't say I looked like overly hard. I was mainly concentrating on the star ones, but I'm sure you'd easily find the heart ones as well. Okay, sticking to the White Company, they have a fir and pinecone decoration, which could be used either on the tree. You could attach it to a Christmas gift. It comes in a pack of 6 and they are £18. Now I found what I think is the closest to that I possibly could find, but you would need to take a few pieces off. So I found this in the range for £1. It was in the section where like the crafty bits are. Now, you just need to take off, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it now. You just basically need to take off the ribbon, this white stuff, the pearls, and then you are left with that. Now I'll pop up on screen the one from the White Company. This is practically identical. Now if you wanted to add more pine cones, you certainly could. They are really cheap in the range in the crafting section, but yeah, if you want slightly more upend, you can take off the beads, this white, which is essentially just polystyrene. The bow, you could maybe attach your own velvet bow. You could make this look a lot more expensive, and this was only £1, so I absolutely love that. Let's go back to the White Company. This is a little bit all over the place. I do have a whole sheet now just of the White Company. So they do what's called an optic drop bauble, and they are £8 each. I'll insert a picture again. And the range do one for £1.59, which is very, very similar. Now, the only difference is that this had feathers on it. Now, I have taken the majority of the feathers off, but I need to kind of pick away at the glue. But it's even got the glass sort of S shape at the top. And this is just identical to the White Company one. The White Company is £8. Obviously, you do still need to, I still need to get rid of the feathers and the glue. This was only £1.59 and it's just identical, absolutely identical. Obviously, if you wanted to keep the feathers on, you could. It's obviously personal preference. This is very slightly, I can't think of the word, is it polarized? I can't think of the word, but you know what I mean, where you can see the different colours. So that's that one. I then found another White Company dupe from the range. This is a gold glitter bauble on their website for £6 each. And the range have what is practically identical. Maybe this one is slightly lighter in shade, but really there isn't much difference. This is a glass bauble. And this is classed as champagne, whereas I think on White Company's website it is classed as gold. But this was £1.59 as opposed to £6. And it's equally as stunning. And if you really wanted it to be gold, a little bit darker, like the one on the White Company, you could easily spray this bauble. But I honestly think that this is really close to the White Company one, and glass, lovely quality. So I think a really good dupe for that one. I then picked up another, that's it, it's called an optic bauble. So the first one I showed you was an optic drop bauble from the White Company. This one on their website is just called an optic bauble. Now, I personally think it should be the other way around because I think this looks more like it's got like a drop. These are £8 again each, and I got this from the range for £1.59. Now, this originally did contain feathers inside, but because I want to show you how similar this looked to the White Company, I have actually removed the feathers. And honestly, I can't believe how much this looks like a White Company dupe. It's absolutely stunning. £1.59 as opposed to £8, I think is a bargain. Okay, next, moving on, we've got some more White Company dupes. Now, on their website, they do quite a lot of different glitter snowflake decorations. There's a white sort of snowy one. I have seen those in the shops. In fact, I'm sure I did see one in Poundland, obviously for £1. But I've tried gathering some of the ones that I suppose look more like the White Company. So I'm going to start off with a glitter snowflake decoration. These are £4 on, oops, a bit twisted. These are £4 on the White Company. And I found these in the range for a 2-pack for £1. Again, you can change this to make it look slightly more expensive. But these are super glittery, really beautiful piece. And what a bargain, 2 for £1 as opposed to £4. I then found a Home Bargains snowflake decoration. Now, this is like a beaded decoration, and I think these were slightly more expensive on the White Company's website. I can't remember exactly how much. If I can find a picture, it was either on Neptune or White Company. I will insert a picture, but I know wherever I saw it on the website, this looks identical. It is this kind of beaded design, and it's really pretty. It has this suede sort of tie on it. Again, you could change that, so for your own personal preference. This was £1.99 from Home Bargains from their Nordic Spirit range. And yet I can't honestly believe how much this looks like a designer dupe. It's quite a good, fairly solid feeling bauble, well, not bauble, but Christmas decoration. It certainly doesn't feel like this was only £1.99. It feels like a really good, sturdy decoration. Okay, how could I not include in this video a White Company Christmas candle dupe? They're everywhere probably for the last few years, and I think more companies have taken on. I actually bought this one last year, so I wasn't going to buy another for this year, and I didn't actually like this last year. I just wanted it for decorative purposes. But they do a few of these. I know I've seen some supermarkets selling them. I actually bought this from the range, and these are £5.99 in store. On the White Company's website, these retail for £35. Now, don't get me wrong. I know the scent is going to be up there, but if you are looking for a candle for decorative purposes that looks like a White Company dupe, this doesn't really smell anymore. Obviously, it's been left out for a year, but I suppose if you did want that classic White Company scent, then maybe it's worth paying the money. I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't spend £35 on a candle. But for decorative purposes, I mean, you just can't go wrong. £5.99 as opposed to £35, I think is mental. But let me know if you've ever owned a White Company candle, because, yeah, I'd like to know whether they are that scented and whether they really do fill your house with a scent. I've seen YouTubers say that they do, but never ever too sure. So if you've ever owned one, please let me know. Okay, we're probably about halfway through now, or just over halfway through. So if you've made it until now, thank you so much. We've got another White Company dupe. So on their website, they sell a pack of 12 glitter pine cones for £15. £15, come on, White Company. It's pine cones and you just sprayed a bit of glitter on it. £15. I found an amazing dupe. The only difference with these is that the White Company ones actually have, like, I don't know if it's string or something that you can attach it to the tray or to something. These don't. That's not a problem. Ribbon or whatever you want to use is normally dirt cheap. These are just the pine cones. I bought them from the range, and these were £1.49 for a pack of 12. Honestly, they are no different to the White Company ones at all. Just an absolute fraction of the price. And I do really struggle to understand how they can charge £15 for pine cones that you essentially find in the woods. I don't know. I know obviously they've been sprayed with glitter, but £1.49. I know where I'd prefer to spend my money. Next dupe. We are moving over to Cox & Cox. Now, I have only ever bought a console table from them before, and it was actually a lady on Facebook that sold like designer brands that had blemishes or chips and things like that. So I did get it really dirt cheap, but apart from that, I've never actually bought anything from Cox & Cox, although their stuff is absolutely divine. It is quite pricey. So the first thing I'm going to go in with, I don't actually have an item in front of me as a dupe, but I found one on a website. So I'm going to insert a picture of the Cox & Cox glass sweet ornament for a tree. It essentially looks like a sweetie that is glass and red. These are £36 for 4. I found one in Sostrene Grene, £3.37 for 1, which I'll insert a pic as well. Now you might ask, why didn't I pick that up to show you? It's not my taste, and it was so fragile, I didn't want to pick it up and for it to accidentally get broke. I mean, not to be able to return it, because it's still £3.37. I don't need it. I'm not going to use it, and I can easily show you a picture. But yeah, £3.37, okay, is for one, but a pack of 4 is £36, and honestly there isn't much difference. So that's the first Cox and Cox dupe. We've then got a beaded garland. Now on their website they've got different coloured beaded garlands, and they do a small one and a large one. A small one is £8.50 and a large is £12.50. I found these in Tesco's for £1, 5-metre beaded chain. Honestly, there is no difference to Cox and Cox. Obviously, they do different colours, but so did Tesco's. £1 for 5 metres as opposed to £12.50. And I can pretty much guarantee that what you're going to get on Cox and Cox is probably still going to be plastic. I very much doubt that it is metal at all. So that I think is a huge bargain. If these beaded garlands are to your taste, they aren't necessarily to my taste, but I'm thinking that maybe I can do something to this to make it look nicer than just a beaded garland. So yeah. Next one is, this is probably my best dupe, because I have looked at the dupe of this expensive brand and there is no difference whatsoever. So you are getting a total bargain here. Now in Cox and Cox, on their website, they do a candy cane glass bauble, which I'll pop up on screen. It's a pack of 3 for £18.50, and I found the exact dupe in Sostrene Grene for £2.08 for one. So we're still looking at only just over £6 for 3 as opposed to £18.50. Honestly, I still can't actually believe that this looks exactly the same. I'll try and pop up on screen now, half with this bauble and then the other half with the picture, so you can see that it is exactly the same for a fraction of a price. Again, it's not necessarily my taste. The reason why I did pick this up is because I could use this. I thought I could use it maybe on my tiered tray or something like that. And on my tiered tray, I don't mind things like this. Otherwise, I'm sure I will find another place for this. But yeah, it's so cute. I can't actually believe like how identical that is. Absolute madness. Right, we have got 3 products left. And I've got another Cox and Cox dupe. Now I managed to find on their website 12 slim velvet bows for £18.50. I'll insert a picture. And I was in Flying Tiger and it was round by the gift wrapping section, and I found a pack of 3 bows that look very, very similar to the Cox and Cox ones for £1. Now the ones in Cox and Cox are 12 for £18.50 and Flying Tiger is £1 for 3, but these are an amazing dupe. And I think on the Cox and Cox website, I think these are styled up on a Christmas tree. Now these do actually have the ties attached, so you could hang these on the Christmas tree. I think I mentioned these in my last haul and I said you could use them in your hair, on presents. There are so many uses for these, but I do think this is an amazing dupe for the Cox and Cox ones. I think the Cox and Cox are very slightly different in colours. I think they've got these 3 colours, but I think there might be another one as well. But yes, still an amazing dupe. Again, for a fraction of the price. And then I found I put down a Lakeland dupe, because I am sure that the White Company used to sell these, and I couldn't find them on the website, and now I'm starting to think, well, did they? But I'm sure when I bought these, I'm sure I saw them on the website. I don't know. But when looking for them again to find a screenshot, I found them in Lakeland. Now they're 6 mini tree tea lights, and they're £5.99 currently on Lakeland's website, reduced actually from £7.99, and you do get 6. But I found a Poundland pack of 3 for only £1. I don't know if you are going to be able to see. These are unscented. I'm not sure about the Lakeland ones actually. But yeah, sorry, these were £1.50, not £1. I've just realised that, oh. Sorry, I've just realised these are actually £1.50, not £1. But yeah, I'm sure the White Company sell these. If they did, and you know, please comment below, because I'm sure I've seen them on their website. But yeah, £1.50 for 3, unscented, and I don't really know about the Lakeland ones, whether they are unscented or not, but still a bit of a price difference. And they were originally £7.99 for 6, so they are currently reduced. Okay, next dupe. Now, again, I'm sure I've seen these on other websites, but when I was looking to take a screenshot, I couldn't find them other than this website. Now, it's a website called Rocket St. George. I've never heard of them. But when I Googled, this was one of the first ones that came up. So I've got a selection of Rustic stars. I think stars have been going for a very long time. I'm sure White Company have done like white sort of rustic looking stars before, but again, I couldn't find them on my website. I don't know if that's just me today, but I found on Rocket and St. George a set of 3 antique gold stars for £65. Now, it's quite hard to tell from the picture, but they do look quite big. I've got a range of different sizes for you. They are all from the range, and I've got 2 different types. They are also all £1.99. So I picked this one up to begin with, which is like a rustic. It's kind of like a resin, I would say. It's like, yeah, or plasticky resin, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's white, and then it's got this rustic kind of gold over. It's got this jute string, which again, you could easily change up. I think maybe some nice like red ribbon or gold ribbon might be quite nice than this. It's hollow on the inside. It's quite lightweight. Really, really lovely. I'd say this does probably look the most like the picture that you would have just seen from Rocket St. George. I don't know whether I'm going to make this a little bit more rustic yet. I haven't actually decided, but I do really like it. £1.99, an absolute steal. And then, okay, these probably aren't as good as the ones you've just seen, because I think the ones that I showed on the picture were all stood up, whereas these are meant for tree decorations. But I still thought I would show you because I really like these. They're very rustic looking. I did pick up 3 because, I don't know, I've just got that kind of rule that you can't go for even numbers when it comes to home decor. It needs to be 3s or 5s. I do think these are really lovely and look a lot more expensive than what they actually are. These were £1.99 each. As you can see, they are quite rustic looking. And I really like that. Again, I'm not sure about the jute string, but can easily swap these out for some ribbon or some coloured jute, whatever really, you know, takes your fancy. But I just want to include these because I think they do look really expensive and would make a lovely addition to your Christmas tree. I'm kind of, I think, stripping it back this year. I want a lot more sort of reds, greens and golds and rustic looking decorations and decor. I don't know, I just, obviously your tastes change. And yeah, it's just what I'm fancying this year. I think in my home over the last 12 months, I have tried incorporating more sort of rustic pieces. So it's not like it's come out of the blue. I do really like the rustic sort of pieces. I just think it looks really nice. And yeah, I'd like to kind of steer back more to some rusticness in my home, and that will follow through to my Christmas decorations. I really hope that you have found this helpful. I have watched a few videos like this, and I absolutely love people showing expensive brands and then finding a dupe for them. I just think it's amazing, because why spend that extra money when you don't need to? And if you can get something that looks exactly the same, it's a win-win. So yeah, even if I've helped one or two of you or given you some inspiration, or maybe you are a White Company lover and you're shocked by some of the things that I've shown you, I really hope you've enjoyed this. I am loving the Christmas content and just find this year really exciting. So if you're not already subscribed, there is a little sub button below. There's going to be lots of Christmas content. At the moment, I'm uploading every Wednesday and Sunday at 6 p.m. Occasionally a bonus upload. I have got a lot on my plate at the moment, so I'm not sure that'll be happening much at the moment, because what I'm wanting to share with you is good quality content. All the Christmassy, lush stuff. So yeah, take care everyone, and I will see you really soon in the next one. Be sure to leave a comment below. Take care, bye.